Yo, JRod's here. I spent a lot of time studying and thinking about this. I've got a degree in this. I teach this as well. And I want to make an analogy that I think would simplify what socialism is. And it's basically, if I started a class at the very beginning of a semester and I said, listen, everybody is going to pass. Everybody's going to get a passing grade no matter what, okay? That's socialism. Everybody gets allegedly what they want. Okay, that's fair. Now, because of limited resources, everybody gets a D, because D is a passing grade. So the people that were going to get an F are super excited about getting a D. They're going to get credit, and they're not going to put much effort in, and whatever. They're going to be excited. The people that were going to get a D in the class originally anyway, they're like, whatever, no big deal. But anybody that was going to get a C, a B, or an A is really upset, especially the people that were going to get a B or an A, because they know their efforts are not going to be rewarded. But they're going to pass, they're going to get their credit. And eventually, I'm going to run out of ink and not be able to give anyone any grade. All right, so that's socialism in a nutshell. That's an unbiased view of socialism. All right. Everybody gets what they want, but they get the minimum because we run out of resources, because resources are limited. All right. Think about that. Think about what I'm telling you. And like and follow me. All right. Become a premium member, and I'll give you even more wisdom. I'm going to teach you a lot of things going forward. All right. JRod loves you. Here's a pretty simplistic view of capitalism. I've studied this stuff for a long time, got a degree in it, teach it. Basically, with capitalism is that what we have now in the school system. If you work hard, you study hard, and you do extra, you'll probably end up with an A or a B in a class. If you just kind of do what everyone else is kind of doing, you'll probably end up with a C. And if you underachieve, you don't do well, you don't attend classes, you don't work hard, you're probably going to get a D or an F. And that's simple capitalism. If you don't wake up and work hard, you're not going to achieve success. Yeah, there's some stuff that's extenuating. Yeah, there's unluck, but there's also luck too. And people that, I've had some bad things happen to me before. Yes, so have you. I know that. But capitalism rewards people for achieving success, and it does not reward people that don't. Something to think about. JRod loves you. Follow me for more. I'm going to break things down to its most basic level for you in an unbiased way, unfiltered way. Here's a real quick, simplistic look at communism. And, I study this stuff. I've got a degree in political science, and I teach this stuff. And it's basically, if I wake up and I say, look, everybody passes my class no matter what. That's socialism. Everybody will get a D. Okay, fair enough. Now, with communism, basically me as a government official, I own everything everybody has on. Everybody that, if you drive a car, I own that to the school. If you ride a bike to school, I own that. Everything you have is a arm of me. And then if you come in with any religious affiliation, I don't like that very much. I either take your symbol or I put you in jail for it. That's communism. So everybody gets what they need, but it's the most basic level. So everybody in my class will get a D. And then I take away your private property, and I don't allow you to use any religion. And I am the force. Or government officials can storm in at any time, take your car, take your bike, take your clothes, take your freedom anytime. That's communism.